Santino here, and can you believe the rate at which the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast is growing? It's incredible. It's going to be the biggest thing in the world. It's going to take over the internet universe. Like and subscribe, comment, follow them for all the latest episodes. Trust me, you want to get in now while it's early because it's straight to the top, baby. Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. It's number one. Crash and
Burn. Okay.
Fuck this show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the fastest wrestling podcast in pro wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where tonight we will be reviewing WWE's Crown Jewel 2018, sadly. And yes, you heard me, Crown Jewel 2018.
Sadly, because this show fucking sucks.
As you heard right there. So, yeah, this is a Saudi show. It took place on November 2nd, 2018 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Of course.
So, yeah, before we get to this episode, let's bring these two people in here. First up, he is back again, and he is eating food, it seems like. It's Jaden.
I'm done chewing now. Hey.
Okay, next up it is the legend himself. The guy that hurts himself on the podcast all the time for our entertainment. It's Lucas.
Ow, fuck. Okay, that actually did hurt a little bit. Anyways, your thing is correct. Anyways, welcome guys to this episode of Crash and Burn. We're unfortunately doing Crown Jewel 2018. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about that shit crazy. They're about to put me back in the mental hospital again. They're going to put me back in the mental institution again.
Damn.
Back to therapy for this episode because there's a lot of shitty things that happen in this one. Spoiler alert. This is one of the worst pay-per-views of the year. And that's not really saying something.
Yeah, and I am Jason. I am someone who likes to go bike riding, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, May 1st, I have a big day. I'm going to be bike riding 40 miles around the 5 boroughs of New York City. It's a bike tour. Big day for me.
Good luck.
Thank you. So now let's go ahead and suffer.
Oh, no. I don't like suffering.
So let's get to the pre-show match.
Can I start my eyes out, please?
Yes, you may.
No, why? No! You're gonna keep my eyes pop out. No! Okay, fine.
Oh, God. Look.
I'm kidding.
Oh, boy.
All right, yeah. It is Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Rusev. This was for the U.S. title. Nakamura retained.
Who cares?
Who cares, really? This was just your typical pre-show match for a Saudi show. Jaden.
Repeat the match again.
Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Rusev to retain the United States Championship.
Okay.
Is that your take?
Yeah.
Lucas?
It sucked, and they shouldn't be in a match in the first place. They didn't work well with each other. And legit months after that, they were a tag team for a little bit. Like, what the fuck?
That was just whack. Shit's whack.
Everything's whack.
Like me.
Yes.
Anyways, to kick off the show, this had the WWE World Cup Tournament.
What the fuck? What does this mean anything?
It was pointless. So, this first match was a World Cup quarterfinal match. Because WWE advertises as a one-night tournament. Like, what the fuck?
They should have separated from from Raw matches and such, and have like the final 4 or final 6 of them like in the show instead of like all clusterfuck and short matches. Because you'll see what I'm gonna mean after this.
So this first quarterfinal World Cup Tournament match, Rey Mysterio defeating Randy Orton.
Ugh.
Lucas?
Okay, so this is when Rey Mysterio, I believe, came back to WWE and signed
Yeah,
his
that same year.
and this is when he signed his contract. And I was very happy for Rey Mysterio coming up the Rumble to see him. Not the crowd being fickle because they want their baby boy Daniel Bryan and such. But seeing Rey, better health and all this type of shit. And that this match was short for what it was, but again, this is a Randy Orton was in his vicious moments, and he wanted to erase identities. He was pulling Jeff Hardy's ear, he was breaking Sean Spears' finger and such, and he raised his mask and try to take him out and such, and try to break his neck and such. So this match happened and it existed, and it was short for what it was. I feel again, you're gonna see me say this a lot. The match is a little bit longer and actually had more time. I feel this could actually be a good match, but it was way too short.
Yeah. Jaden.
Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton. At the time, I didn't know who I wanted to win, but between them two, they could put on a great match. I was actually happy that Rey Mysterio beat Randy Orton.
You know what? The right person won. I like both guys. The match was just a quarterfinal match that existed. Next up, The Miz defeated Jeff Hardy. Another World Cup quarterfinal match.
Oh, that was such bullshit.
Jaden, you started off.
What do I have to say about this match? Look, I have respect for The Miz. I did not want him to win that match.
Yeah, respectfully, the wrong person won. So, yeah, it's just another match. Lucas.
Bullshit. Too short. Again, it's just bullshit. So not very much say much about it.
Yeah. Next up, Seth Rollins defeated Bobby Lashley, who was with Leo Rush at the time. Another World Cup quarterfinal match.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Lucas, you kick it off.
Seth Rollins can make a better match in 80s, but this is when Seth Rollins at his peak. But he can't work a match with Bobby Lashley, honestly, because Lashley came back and all people was already turn on him. That's why Leo Rush came in the first place. But he was just already in stale as the baby face, and Sami Zayn, the Bobby Lashley thing, all the sisters and such, like that bullshit. So his career honestly derailed from there. So this match, honestly, again, too short again. And Seth Rollins, honestly, he can work with bigger people, but he works better with people that are white heavyweight to cruiserweight to it, not super heavyweights and such like Bobby Lashley is. So again, more time can make a great match.
That's true, not gonna lie. Yeah. Another bullshit match. I don't know what the point of this tournament was anyways. Jaden?
Yeah, I really don't care for it.
Understandable. Oh, I forgot AJ sent his thoughts on it. So Shinsuke versus Rusev. AJ's answer is a meh. Randy versus Ray, meh. Miz versus Hardy, wrong person won. He said Seth versus Lashley was okay. So, okay. I mean, I don't agree with it, but it's his opinion. So, next up, Dolph Ziggler defeated Kurt Angle.
What the fuck was this? Oh, God.
AJ said the match was awful, which I can agree with. The match was awful. I don't like it. Jaden?
I understand Kurt Angle trying to put... Who did he lose to?
Dolph Ziggler.
Even if Kurt didn't win, it wasn't going to... what else he has to prove anyway?
I know. Just.
Oh, it wouldn't have affected him even if he did win the whole thing or not.
Yeah. Lucas?
Hold on. Okay, so let me just go ahead and say this. What the actual fuck was this? What the fuck was this? Because here's the thing about this. Here's the thing that what happened. Again, why is Curry going this match? I've already been past his prime as such, and it's just plain awful. I don't think it actually doing up and go crazy. I don't want to go crazy about that. Again, honestly, this should be the only match that should get less more time. Honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, time to
So next up, this was a tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Bar defeated the New Day to retain.
Oh, this is when the Big Show was with the. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I remember. I'm going to say this. The Big Show is like an unhealthy girlfriend. She cannot keep a relationship. Either she turned babyface or she turns heel. Like, what the fuck do you want? What the fuck? But when you go ahead and say that.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Actually, go first, Lucas, for the match.
This match sucks. Nothing else about it is special.
Yeah.
You go, Jason.
And how about you go, Jaden?
I don't even remember this match even happening. You can go.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a match that existed, and AJ said the match was meh. So now we get to the WWE World Cup semi-final match.
Ooh.
The Miz defeated Rey Mysterio.
Bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Again, what the fuck is going? What the fuck? Again, could be a case of having more minutes and having actually a decent match, but didn't get enough minutes, and it was just super rushed.
Yeah, and AJ said the match was all right.
Of course, he says that.
Yeah.
And I said, basic missionary.
Basic missionary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Missionary.
Yeah. If the match were to have more time, it would have been okay, but
awful.
The match was just awful.
Awful.
Jaden.
Eh.
Okay.
Okay. What's out of nowhere? I don't know why.
Yeah. Now we got another semi-final match. Dolph Ziggler defeated Seth Rollins.
I'm about to fuck somebody up.
AJ said the match was good.
What?
AJ said Dolph and Seth were good. The match was good.
He might have got the confused with fucking SummerSlam or such. Like, what the fuck? I'm about to fuck him up. AJ, I know you Philadelphia, but listen to me. If you get swarmed by Philadelphia fans and that you get pelted with shit, you know why. Anyways, the match again, horrendous. These two have potential to make a great match and potential to make some magic happen. We're gonna match at SummerSlam, and we're gonna match in the Iron Man match. Like, they made some magic happen and such, but this match was the worst out of the trilogy, or whatever it was. So yeah, it sucked, and that it was just disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the worst match. I mean, I enjoy the other matches they have. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Have you went, Jaden?
Mm-mm.
Alright, go ahead.
Meh.
Alright, now we get to AJ Styles defeating Samoa Joe. This was for the WWE Championship.
Okay, I would give this match credit. This is only the decent match of the card.
I'll have to agree. This match was okay. I mean, it wasn't like the best match, but it was okay for what it was.
It wasn't the best match because the SummerSlam match was a little bit better. But the rivalry though was incredible. But honestly, it was very good. Like the Samoa Joe with the Wendy.
I mean, yeah, they had a good rivalry, and yeah, that's all you gotta say really. And AJ said the match was meh and the rivalry was getting stale.
What?
Yeah, so Lucas, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, he's nice, man. This is the only decent match of the card, and that honestly, I can understand why, but it wasn't getting stale. Look at the thing with the Samoa Joe went to AJ's house, for example. Look at what he was talking about his kids and such, and it was actually a great rivalry and such. Having that, like it was like Samoa Joe with the Wendy and such. Like honestly, one of the better matches. And the Hell in a Cell match is a lot better too. But honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. Samoa Joe is one of the best talkers on the mic. I'm saying that right now. He's one of the best talkers on the mic, and if you get that man a mic, he's going to make an impact on the mic because of the way he says it and the way that his voice present it. Like you're gonna feel like shaking your boots and such. His best promo here with when he went all the people with Randy Orton, Mysterio, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy. Or the TNA promo he had, the pipe bomb promo that he had in TNA. So, yeah.
Jaden?
It was cool.
It was cool.
Yep.
So, yeah. If you're wondering what's the background noise, AEW Battle of the Belts is on.
Oh, fun. More AEW shit.
So, yeah. Let's get to...
Oh, no.
Brock Lesnar defeating Braun Strowman. This is for the vacated Universal title.
I'm about to pull an AJ.
Let's start with Jaden.
Repeat that.
This is Brock Lesnar defeating Braun Strowman, pinfall. It was to win the vacated Universal title.
3 minutes.
Oh boy.
And this was in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So yeah, Jaden, what are your thoughts?
Somebody's face.
I don't know why did they decide to do that, but
All right, time for my rants. Here we go.
So yeah, this match, it's just why.
Yeah, same here. Why?
Here we go.
AJ said Lesnar versus Strowman was bullshit. Corbin is an asshole for costing Strowman that match, and it should have been Strowman's moment. I'll have to agree. Braun should have won that. It should have been Braun.
Exactly. You know what?
Yeah. We all went here for the previous match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's me and Jaden went. Lucas, you go.
Oh boy, here we go. What the fuck was that? These two could really have a great match or whatever, and have potential to have legit a massacre match and brutal fighting and such. Which what Braun Strowman did to Roman Reigns. This is when Braun Strowman was in his peak. Yes, now he's wrestling at fucking Applebee's now, and such with control your narrative shit or whatever. But honestly, with that being said though, like match really sucked. It was so bullshit that Lesnar won that, even though he lost the title to Reigns at SummerSlam. So what was the point of him losing if Roman's gonna have his sickness and such, and he's gonna get it back for like another year or so? What was the point of that? Strowman should have had his chance. Yeah, you might give him like 2 years for it, but that was too late for it. Too late for Braun Strowman. The fact of the matter is that Lesnar should have won it. It should have been Braun Strowman. Bottom line, match was bullshit, and it really shows how much lacking they want. They just want their little beefy Brock Lesnar, these little farmer little ass, wants to win the game on titles over and over again, ruining these people inside the shows and ruin them with younger talent and such. They did the same thing as Samoa Joe. The same thing with, Ricochet, for example. The same thing with the Royal Rumble. Same thing with Elimination Chamber. Lesnar should not get any more title matches because he's Brock Lesnar. He already proved himself. He already done this and such. That's just what I think. Like, it's just bullshit. Bullshit.
Yep. So, anyways, we all went here.
Yep, we all went.
So yeah. Oh my God, more ranting to come. This was the WWE World Cup Finals match in this tournament.
No.
The Miz was supposed to compete in this match, but he was unable to compete due to injury. So keep in mind, this was to determine the best in the world. When that was actually CM Punk. But Shane McMahon decided to step in and replace The Miz, unfortunately.
Oh, here we go.
Before we all rant here, guys, stay calm for a second. Here's AJ's thoughts. Shane versus Ziggler was bullshit. Ziggler should have won that and not Shane. I'll have to agree. This match, the only reason why it sucked because it had Shane in it. I respect Shane, but it should have been someone else but Shane.
I have no respect for him.
Shane McMahon defeating Dolph Ziggler. It should have been Dolph at least.
Dolph Ziggler, it should have been me. It should have been me.
I remember that, yeah. So yeah, it should have not been Shane. And yeah, this was the start of his best in the world character, which sucked ass.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Where he had Greg Hamilton and Mike Rome say that shit every single fucking time. That was a miserable time for WWE and for the locker room too.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. Jaden.
Really, anyone could have won that tournament besides Shane McMahon. I'm about to agree with you, Jason. I have respect for him. He shouldn't have won that. Yeah.
Agreed. Lucas, rant.
Okay, here we go. The best in the world should have been Seth Rollins. I don't care what y'all think, but Seth Rollins was in his peak. And Seth Rollins was in so-called God mode. He was in God mode. Winning Intercontinental Championships, having great matches, making Intercontinental Championship relevant. It should have been him. I mean, you could have Ziggler because he had a great year as well, but why would you bring Shane McMahon? The only thing that he is known for is being a stuntman and jumping off tall shit. I won't be surprised he jumped off the damn plane and died. Even though that was a little too far. That was a little too far. But anyways, with Shane, this is the problems I have with McMahon's. They always put themselves into situations that they shouldn't have. Same thing with WrestleMania this year with Pat McAfee and Vince McMahon. Same thing with Stephanie and Brie. Same thing with this match. Same thing with Kevin Owens. You can go on and on about it. Same Mr. McMahon winning the Rumble in 1999. The fans have no business of winning things that they create. Because this is a company where other people should get opportunities. This is a company where other people should shine. Not these people who built this place and not people who have ruined it for years and years. Hell, you know what? Put Nick Khan in charge. He probably did better than this Shane, honestly. Put him in charge. At least you have a Khan, at least. But still, The fact of the matter is, Shane should have won it, and he is not the best in the world. He is honestly the worst in the world, and you saw Karen Owens rant about it on SmackDown. It's my exact same fault with Shane McMahon. I never had respect for him, and I never will. Same thing with McMahon. I will never get respect for them at all.
Next match.
I know what the next match is. Is it what I think it is?
Yep.
This was the main event to close out Crown Jewel 2018.
Fuck your
D-Generation X, Triple H and Shawn Michaels defeated the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane.
Oh, a retirement home match. Yay.
So, guys, stay calm.
No.
AJ says DX versus Brothers of Destruction was awful and this match was way too late and should have happened a long time ago. I agree with AJ. This should have happened in during the Attitude Era time or the Ruthless Aggression Era time. It should have happened way back then. Why did it happen in 2018? They are not in their prime. I like both teams. I like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Kane. I like them, but this just happened way too late. They're too old to compete. So yeah, they're just not in their prime. That's all. So yeah, this was an awful way to close out Crown Jewel. That's the only reason why this match sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were not in their prime. This should have happened way back then.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Jaden, go ahead.
Oh boy. Y'all remember that SpongeBob episode? The dude was like, "My eyes." Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that match.
My eyes!
Anything else you gotta say?
And oh my god, that whole match was a botch fest. Kane's mask came off. I believe Triple H hurt himself. He ended up turning purple or something.
Yeah, I think he tore something in his pec or something.
Yeah, what else happened that I haven't mentioned already? Oh man. It should happen at least the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era. That match just sucked ass.
Yeah. I forgot what else happened because that was just a forgettable match. That had legends in it.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Oh boy, you want me to rant now?
Lucas, rant. The floor is yours.
Here we go. I will give this credit. I'm a respectful person when it comes to this. The D-Generation X and Brothers Generation are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. But this match should have been happening, honestly, if I could say it, 1999 or 2006. Because Kane, around that time, 2006, he had an unmasked gimmick. Taker was in his peak. Triple H and Michael recently got back together, and they're still in their primes and such. Way too late. Way too late. And that was a botch fest. Shawn Michaels should have never came out of retirement for this match. Never came out of retirement. They were so calling his last match with Undertaker right WrestleMania 26. But he had the match there in Crown Jewel. I'd rather delete that from history and look at his last match with Undertaker from WrestleMania 26. Honestly, I see it now. It's better than WrestleMania 25, storytelling-wise. But this is way too late. And these two should never fought each other in the first place. And that it could have been the what-if moments, but now we don't. What the fuck? This is legit bullshit, and I will never forget WWE for this. And it was whole botch fest. Triple H hurt himself and such. Even their match at the Super Showdown with Triple H and Undertaker was too long. Too damn long. And this match is too damn long, too. Just be in a fucking retirement home and, never wrestle again. This is why I say, Vince, I know you want your starting money, but you need to stop this. You need to start going to Saudi Arabia. I know it's a good place to go, but still, no. Just no.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, man. Hi, Excalibur. Anyways,
All right. You ready for my rating? What's your rating, Jason?
So I'm gonna rate this a 1. Jaden?
Same here, a 1.
Lucas?
A -3. A -3 because all the matches except for one was shit, and all the other match, the decision making this one was absolute ass. So one of the worst pay-per-views of the decade, one of the worst pay-per-views of all time, and one of the worst pay-per-views of 2010s. It was worse than the WrestleMania 27. Like, it really shows how, you should never have insider shows. Even though a couple ones are decent and such for this year and last year, but you should never have insider shows because it really shows that how much you like it now. So, yeah.
And a little throwback, because you guys realize this is actually a redo. This is actually a redo. Our original episode was taken down because of reasons that we will not get into. So yeah, AJ said on that episode, hold on guys, I have to take a shit.
Yeah.
AJ literally said
That's how I feel about
the
the
original
show.
episode.
I wish I could take a shit right now because that's what I feel about the show.
Understandable. So yeah, anyways guys, let's get to outros.
Yeah, I'm finally done with this bullshit.
And then AJ never gave his rating. You know what? Understandable. I'm gonna say that his rating is a 0. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where you enjoyed watching our dumbasses suffer, reviewing this pay-per-view. But we got through it. We hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, subscribe, like, and do all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time. Lucas.
Thank you guys for watching this torturous episode of me going fucking insane and me just going crazy on this episode. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn. This was absolute Crash and Burn, and that we will never do this again. Never do this again. I don't care what y'all think. We're not doing this again. I don't want to put myself through torture again. And this show should be deleted from history. Shitty show, and that I can book a better show than this. Hell, even babies can book better shows than this. Vince McMahon can book better shows than this. You know what? Nick Khan can make better shows than this. You know, Vince Russo should have made better matches than this. And he could have won the best in the world. Crown Jewel, put your motherfucking head back down, you damn bum. Alright, that's my outro. Go, Jaden.
Yep, Jaden, end it off.
Well, you just watch us pretty much go fucking ape shit over this pay-per-view. Well, my YouTube channel and Instagram in the description below, and follow me on TikTok at J314. Today I uploaded my NBA playoff prediction for the first round.
There you go.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Crush and burn!